Geoff Barnes. Welcome.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Councillors. My concern is your proposal to charge for excess supply to the residential sector. I submit that you should not make this proposal. The meters on which it is based are substantially old and will probably be inaccurate for billing purposes. Therefore, to give credibility to potential bills, they need to be replaced. 10 to 15 years, or 15 years is Auckland standard. The cost could well be $4 million a year if you did it on a rolling cycle to replace something like 100,000 metres over the next 10 years. The excess charge calculation is far too high. Based on the figures supplied by Council, the marginal cost of supply of water is 13 cents GST included, not $1.35. The infrastructure costs are already provided within the targeted rate for water, the capital value based targeted rate. It is the extra pumping costs to deliver an extra cubic metre of water, which is the topic. In fact, your manager referred to that this potential revenue would cover the extra pumping costs. 13 cents GST included, not $1.35. The charge is inequitable because of those properties who are not separately metered and cannot be ever separately metered because they share one common supply, and to separate the plumbing within the property boundary is prohibitive. Therefore, those who are separately metered share an unreasonable burden under your proposal. It doesn't recognise that consumers who have a higher capital value property and are paying therefore higher capital value targeted water rates will be subject to the same limit of 700 litres per day. That is grossly unfair. They've already paid for the extra water that potentially is consumed. Your billing operating costs will be high. I was employed by the council, I go back to putting piles of paper for write-offs to council for the range of charges which were disputed or were minor. It is a contentious area. You will live to regret it personally because it will occupy quite a bit of your time. It will upset the ratepayers and they will be vocal in their opposition to this when the bills start coming out. Gardening will be discouraged. We are the Garden City. It is a major recreational activity for citizens in Christchurch, and you will discourage that. Plants cost money, substantial sums of money, and if the citizens lose their plants in their garden, they will turn to, because of their reluctance to water, they will turn to you for their complaints. It is grossly unfair. The actual problem, though, is that you have let the water system run down. It is 20% of water extracted is wasted through leakage. That is the problem. Leak prevention, leak monitoring, that is the problem that should be addressed and is not addressed by this proposal. It is in the council system that the bulk of the problem lies. The second issue is that you haven't increased...
That is the amount of time that we have allocated for the submission, but thank you. I mean, you've put a lot of thought and detail into this, and we do understand that there are a balance of issues that we're going to have to consider when we make our decision on the LTP. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And if there's further written information that you'd like to submit through, please